Basically.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Oh, with the mans. Oh mans, oh mans. Oh mans with the old mans. With the old mans. With the old man. Doing it in the house. Doing it with the old man in the house. Alright. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm gonna try, like I said in my past videos of this Now Grow series, I'm gonna try to stay up to date on things. Feel free to send some chats this way if you want. I'll be keeping my eye on the YouTube chats just in case. It's probably gonna be a delay from when I see it to when I respond. So bear with me. However, my name is Brian, and I got a grow tent, and I have experience growing in soil, and I got pretty good at it. However, I'm trying a whole brand new thing, using cocoa, using what I consider to be... Hold on, wait. Whoa. Hold on a second. Let me, hold on a second. Oh, yep, hip hop. I'm trying this new camera stand, and it's not working out that tightly. That's a little bit better angle. So everything is new. Coco's new, Aeropod. Okay, yeah, so the autopods. So one of the craziest parts with growing is nutrients and overwatering, underwatering. And when I saw this product and I finally got the go ahead to start growing, it's like that's like the cheat codes. Cheat codes to growing, autopots. Know about it. And it's the most simplest shit in the universe. It's auto fed. You get a reservoir, kind of keep it up a little higher. It's fed down to as many reservoirs as you want to attach to it. It's really endless. You can, as long as you have a big reservoir, you can do a whole bunch of plants, and you can do it indoor or outdoor. It's pretty cool. But so I'm trying that out, and I got, everybody's that I see is using these Athena nutrients, so I'm gonna try those out as well. So that should be cool. All of it new, and in the spirit of that, with me trying to set up and rearrange everything in my tiny apartment, I may have just kind of fucked up from the get-go. So my seed was peaking. I put those updates on my YouTube. I don't know, I'm not a pro at this streaming stuff. Like, I'll get stuff and kind of throw it on my YouTube, and I don't know if it goes to where, like little videos, short videos, or whatever, but I posted some updates of the seed peaking, and I took it out of the little vessel, whatever, and I put it in a paper towel, which is something I normally don't do. Normally, I'll just put it in the soil, and I usually use the Fox Farm fish. And that has stuff in it. So, technically right away it is going to get some nutrients as soon as I pop that thing in the soil. So I wasn't sure how this was going to work out with the cocoa being no nutrients. So for some reason in my head, I'm like, well, I'm going to put it in a paper towel. Maybe it'll stretch it out a little more. And, by the time, I'm done kind of rearranging shit, I could put it in some cocoa and get it started cool. Well, I put it in the paper towel, got it wet, and I didn't put it in a plastic bag. I kind of just went to go get a bag, got distracted with my ADHD, and kind of did everything else but. And then I kind of remembered late on, like probably hours later, and I got back to my poor little seed, and that paper towel might have been dry as shit. So I'm not sure if I potentially killed that thing. I did, as quickly as I found that out, re-moisten the paper towel and quickly got a little. So I got, a bottom and a top, one of these, and put some cocoa in it, put the seed in there, got it wet, and it's been in my tent for a couple days, and I haven't seen anything. Maybe it's just, I'm used to putting it into that box farm where it's getting nutrients, so maybe it is helping and excelling the growth rate. I'm not sure. I don't have enough experience with cocoa to really be like, yep, that's what it is. Because of, what transitioned from seed to pot time. So I potentially may have fucked it up from the get go. However, I have 5 seeds of the Naranja Nightmare. And I told myself when I got back from work today, if I didn't see anything popping up, I'm just going to put another seed in the water. So I did pop another seed in the water. I'm going to keep the other pot with the cocoa that's moist. I'm just going to keep it in there and hope maybe something comes up. But then if that came up and then the other seed sprouts and then I can get both of those right away, then I won't have to wait that extra time to actually like clone them to put them in pots, because then I'll have 2, which will be pretty convenient. And maybe like there'll be different phenotypes, who knows? I'm not even sure if I'm using that correctly. I'm not that advanced. However, there is an update as well. Another one. I got my grow tent from Amazon, just in different, my Spider Farmer Light, AC Infinity tent, AC Infinity ventilation, and man, oh, son of a bitch. Oh man. Well, that probably messed up the video a little bit. It's getting a phone call. Oh, Snappleberry. I wonder if oh, my other phone's dead. Wonderful. Can't text. Oh, now I forgot where I was going with oh yeah, another addition to the tent. So when I got this tent from Amazon, I ordered these, I guess you can call them support bars. You can really use them any way you want. You can put them across the top of the tent and make the top stronger. You can use it as a frame around the tent. You could buy a couple sets, I suppose, and just do it all over the place. And, but that, takes away from the reflective mylar, the more stuff you have in the way. But, I'm using mine for kind of what its intended purpose was when you had these fans hooked up to the tent and you turn the fan on, it's going to have that inner suction. And when it does that, if you have a 2x4 spot, it's potentially taking away from that grow area. Now, however, it's not much, but depending on how strong your fan is compared to your tent and really what's going on, it could make, it could make a difference. But however, and also, with these bars set up, it allows for, you could put a trellis up, like from the back and the sides. Here, let me just take the camera and let me show you. Live updates. Oh, wait, I can take this microphone. Hold on. Whoa, crazy. It's getting crazy. Crazy over here. Hold on. Okay. All right. So, this is what I'm working with here. These are the auto pots. I want to get down, but I really can't with what I'm working with here. Anyway, these are what I consider the cheat codes. So water kind of fills up, and there's a little plunger in there that kind of stops the water flow at a certain point, and the plants suck up only what it needs at all the time. So there's no overwatering, no underwatering. It's the perfect amount. So you really can't lose unless you mix up the nutrients wrong. So, so here's hopefully the first one, but who knows? Big maybe. Still hoping, but not sure. And then here's the future. Here's the future. But man, I'm itching to grow. But these are the support bars that I was referring to. And I just kind of put mine like these tents. It's really cool. They have little markers in it to show you how high. I'm assuming these are the feet, but pretty cool. So I put mine at about 3 feet. Figure I'll put my trellis at about that height. But it's crazy. The cameras, no matter how high I turn this light up, it will not come through on the camera. So that's unfortunate, because this thing's only at 11%, and it is so bright. The videos can't do it justice. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how bright that is in there. So, all right. But that's kind of my update. So I kind of fucked it up and got another one going in its place. And I got so man, I don't know if I finished that story or not. I'm all over the place. But when I ordered the crossbars originally, they sent them to me with no equipment, so I couldn't put them up. It's just 4 bars they sent me. So, I'm returning the other ones, but they sent me these other ones already, so I was able to get them up before, I really got anything going in there. So that's pretty tight. Pretty excited about that. What's going on here? It's not strong enough to hold on. Oh yeah, so that's the box with the other ones that are just 4 bars. I almost kind of want to keep them. Maybe put another trellis up. I mean, I do have them. However, I do not have the hardware. Yikes. All right. Well, I didn't want to do a very long video because I didn't have too much to talk about. So, I guess we'll call it a night, but I feel like that was enough of an update video. It doesn't have to be much. But it was a lot to take in. I fucked shit up possibly and potentially started a whole nother seed. Which makes me wonder, it's like, how crazy would it be if one is just like a big fat chunky one, the other one's like a skinny one, one's like purple, the other one's super dark green. Part of me wanted to do 2 different kinds, but I was worried about one might grow way faster than the other. However, to an extent, you can kind of keep them to the same level. Because I'm going to do a lot of low stress training. I'm going to have like 75 tops. I'll talk for a little more. So I keep seeing these grow videos. And, some people do take advantage of their space. However, I see a lot of videos where these dudes have maybe like 17 or less tops. Probably way less tops. And it's just like, what are you even doing? What are you doing, bro? If you're going to grow a plant, ladies and gentlemen, my official opinion, low stress it. And I definitely do mine way different than everybody else I've seen, because all these other people are waiting for like the 5th, 6th node, something like that. Like, I do mine so much different, like, and so much earlier. And, I keep hearing, oh, it's not good with that. It's like, I've never had a bad experience. So, and they've all been pretty fat. However, I've been using different newts and newts that I will not be using on this. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna have a lot of tops. I mean, like every branch, I'm just gonna top everything a billion times. Now my goal was to just do one and make that take up the whole arena. But then I'm thinking about, like, if you just take one straw and if you had to put like 500 vitamins being like going to the branches through that one straw, it's like they're only going to get so much. And then I was like, well, if I had two main straws and they had less branches to go to, they'd get more, more of the good stuff. So it's like it kind of in my head made sense to do two. And I was gonna grow a seed, clone it, do two of the exact same. However, if both of these take, obviously they're gonna be different. But whatever, either way. So I'm hoping to get super duper fat at tops. Whole lot of tops, bro. That's all I'm saying. Whole lot of tops. Um, but yeah, I don't understand what I can watch some of these videos and their buds look great. Like a lot of these dudes, their buds look great, but it just doesn't seem to me like they're really taking advantage. It's like, listen, man, you got a small growth space to begin with if you have a 2x4. So it's like you'd think, and well, most of these guys are pretty established YouTubers, so maybe not. Maybe they can afford to just like, we just did it, and yeah, it was cool. Here's what it is. But for me, it's like I'm trying to get the most I can out of every second of this possible. And if I'm gonna do one, like maybe I won't be able to do another one. But it's like I want to make sure this is like crazy. I saw some dude got like a pound from whatever, but it's like, man, like when I grew before, I could get way more than that from just one. So I'm hoping that's, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. It's just they're not taking advantage. But who knows? Like I've never done this. I could just flush it or go to the bloom cycle and just really just fuck it up. Just again, every single aspect of this grow is 100% brand new. So I can't really expect it to be super killer. However, with the cheat codes of growing being the auto pots, I really should have no excuse as long as I stay on top of my shit. But we'll see what happens. Because with these auto pots, it's a wicking system. So the water goes to the base, and the base kind of soaks to the bottom tips, and the tips the roots will grow down. So there's this air dome in the bottom of my pots that I have hooked up. So I'll be providing oxygen to the roots as well. But the roots will grow down into these little holes basically, and that's what sucks it up to the plant. And again, it drinks it when it needs it, and when it doesn't, it just kind of chills. So at first, when you put like a new plant in, they say for like 2 weeks you gotta kind of top water it until the roots kind of grow down to where it can soak it up. So I don't even know. Like in my head, it's like I guess I'll fill up this reservoir for the auto pots, scoop out like a gallon once I put all the food together, water it down a little bit so it's not full strength. Maybe I'll do half a gallon of the newts and then just water it down, and then maybe top water with that. I don't know. So I could probably get nothing. I don't imagine that to be the case, but who knows? We will see. I will do my very best. But there really is no telling. But I will say, even if I fail this time, I'm only gonna get better the more I do this. And you better believe I'm gonna keep doing it. This is already. I'm already. This is it's super exciting for me. I am really enjoying all of this every moment, and I'm used to these big lights, high pressure sodium, like just the metal halide, big ass light bulbs that produce super heat. Like I was worried when I unboxed this long ass light because it was so long. I didn't know what to expect. But this was the lightest goddamn thing ever, and I felt like I was gonna break it almost. It was just, it's like, what? But the power that these things have, it's ridiculous and very exciting. The fact that that's only at 11% is crazy. And even at 25%, it's ridiculous. Like, you can't even look at the shit. It's pretty cool. So, like, part of me thinks, like, I'll never have to, like, so part of me thinks that I'll never have to lower those. I could just up the intensity and uh, it should be fine. And I have this little light meter. I can actually hold it under the light and see because plants can take in so much light. So it would make no sense. And most of the growers I see on these YouTube channels, they're not using their light at full power. So depending on, what my light actually does, I've toyed around with the thing, but I haven't really, like dug into it. I just like, oh, it works. This is cool. I can see the different, All right. Anyway, so yeah, so part of me thinks like when I get them in there, I can just crank this up, and as they grow closer to the light, I could actually probably turn the percentages down. And on these bars, I was thinking about putting because they have these side lights you can hook up as well to the AI brain, and you can provide more light. And I was thinking of doing some from the bottom and from the sides, and just dangling them from those metal bars, so that those will also come in handy for some stuff like that. Additive lighting, bitches, future tech. But yeah, they do have stands that like you can put at the bottom of the tent, and like they face upward. So like you can literally hit the bottom of the canopy, so you can lollipop if you want, or now with future tech, you could technically just put some lights on them and make those bangers too. It'd be really funny to have to like really tie up the base of that branch because it's just getting so heavy down there too. So I don't have those lights yet. And I was thinking about getting the red and blue ones, but I did some research, and really, there's no benefit to adding like those extra red and blue bars that you can buy. So stay away from that. Did some research, promise. um, However, I haven't looked into just like the white under ones or the sidebars yet. I'm gonna do a little more research, but I'm really excited about getting some of those for the sides and the bottom. Because the bottom's always just kind of gone to waste. And it makes sense. There's leaves, it can't penetrate. But now it's just like, I can hit all those. It can get crazy down there. And you got to think too, that's like right next to the stem where everything comes and goes to and whatever it comes from. So you got, like, if those buds get light, would those buds just get super crazy juicy? Like, part of me thinks those buds would get crazier than the tips, but I don't know. Maybe nature, nature made them a certain way for a reason, reaching towards that light. But I wonder. I fucking wonder. With all this weed stuff, I feel like a mad scientist. A lot of craziness. Oh, well, let's hope that. I don't want to say let's hope that the one seed died, because it's sad. A, waste of money. B, but like it would be nice to have two of the same exact thing, grows the same rate, produces the same amount of everything. And then, I can have a solid amount of like this kind, even though technically they're both this kind, they could be totally different. So part of me, as sad as it seems, is kind of hoping that one doesn't sprout, sort of. So then I just let this one sprout, put it in the shit right away, let it sprout out, clone it, and then boom, good to go. However, I will love them equally both the same if they both sprout out, and I will make it work. Because even if one is growing faster, you can kind of, keep cutting it down, so to speak, until the other one catches up. However, not going to be doing that in budding, so that's where all the extra lights will come in handy too. So, baby steps. I didn't need to buy that shit yet. I got what I needed to kind of get started. And, man, I'm really excited about this adventure. So, stay tuned. I do plan on using my extra iPhone 7. Probably to time lapse. So probably do like a daily time lapse thing. If anybody has a non-iPhone, not older, but like, newer, older phone with a decent camera. Because right now I have trouble with getting the videos from my iPhone to my PC. And when I download them to the cloud, then to my computer, then try to make a video, cut it, edit it, I don't know, something happens and it just looks like absolute shit. So it would be nice to be able to do daily videos, and then when I'm done with the grow, put them all together at that point. Because if I just do and start a video now and end it 4 months from now, that video is going to fly by and you're really not going to be able to see all the little intricacies of, every day or whatever. So it would be nice to have a non-iPhone Apple phone to record a time-lapse video with. Plus, with those phones too, you could put, little SD cards in them. I'm assuming still you could put these SD cards in them and put a whole bunch of memory in there, which would be great to just plop that out, put it in my computer, and have it work, and then I could just edit it on my computer. The only other option I see is to just like record video, but even then I can't do that. The bag of dicks, like I can, but I can't. It's just more difficult, and I don't want to do it. So maybe I'll source out some kind of cheap Samsung phone. Something like that. Something to think about. So stay tuned for more stuff, more updates and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. So, that being said, I think I'm probably going to end the show. And also because the music is coming on, so I'm guessing that means I'm about to end the show. But that's my update, so stay tuned. I'll have more updates. There'll be more things happening. And eventually we're going to have some growth, and I'll figure some shit out. And you'll figure it out with me along the way. So, have a good day. Man, I do that every time.